Hello everyone, my name is Samantha. I'm one of the educators here at the Magic Gardens, and so this video here today is to show you guys how to grout at home. After you've done our workshop, I'm sure that you might need a refresher, so here is our grouting demonstration for you. So your to-go bag that you were given for the workshop, these quantities might be slightly smaller, but the mixing and the grouting demonstration is still all the same. But once you have all of your materials out of the bag, you'll want to take your mixing cup that you're going to use and start adding the grout in there. So I'm going to just add maybe just a few scoops of grout, not too much. Maybe we'll do, for our demo purposes, I'm just going to do 3 spoons, but you have your bag, so you can start as small or as large as you want. Just, make sure that you're using all the grout because you can't save it for the next day. So we have our grout in there, if you can see, hopefully. And then once you have the grout in, as we spoke in the workshop, that usually you'll want to add some kind of color pigment to add some brightness to it. We are here today are using an acrylic paint. So I'm going to just add a few drops of paint, not too much. I did kind of a couple globs there, so it might be a darker color. Now for this part is where you kind of have to measure with your eye and play by ear. So as we said in the workshop, you'll want to start with small quantities of water just to see what the mixture and consistency is like. So we'll start with just a few, hopefully that's a little bit, a few little drops there. And then you'll want to start mixing in your cup. I think we got to the texture we want, as you can see here. It's a lot more of a thicker consistency. I don't know if you can see from the video there. So that's kind of where you want to get, is a nice thick batter of grout. And so once we've done that, now we can start applying our grout onto our board here. Before you do that though, first step is you're going to notice that your sponge might be a little bit deflated, so you might have to wet it to get it to rise and get larger like this. If you have a rubber glove or any kind of plastic glove that you can cover your hand with, please do so. And so now we're going to begin grouting. So once you have your sponge, and granted you have a half sponge so it might be different, but you want to hold the sponge in your hands and kind of scoop the grout out with your sponge so you have a bit of it sitting like this. But you'll want to kind of smooth over the tiles, and they're going to get covered in this step of the process, which I'll show you then how to uncover it. But you'll want to smooth it over and kind of curve S patterns is kind of the way our preservation team does it, and also the way I also like to do it too. But you'll kind of want to curve it. You might even have to do like me, and hopefully I'm still in your shot, but curving and moving your body so you can get the grout to spread. And this is for demo purposes, but you'll want to spread your grout enough so that it is getting in between the cracks of open tile that you have placed on your board. So I might grab just a touch more grout so I could do that. So now that we have that corner grouted, we can move into the next step. Hopefully we'll have some dryness going on. But I have a cloth glove that I'm using for these purposes. You can kind of use any kind of tablecloth, any old rag for this step of the process. But you'll want a cloth glove so it's easier to spread. So once your grout is dried, you'll start using that cloth glove to start uncovering the tiles that are underneath the grout you've just placed. But once you do that step, once you've grouted and let it dry and then are wiping off the tile, then you'll want to let your grout panel piece dry at least for about 24 hours, especially since we're using craft store grout. And then by the next day, you should have a fully grouted board. Yeah.